Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is the modal verb can. Like this is the structure of can. As I have already taught you about all the tenses, I have taught all the 12 tenses and as well as I have taught the part of speech. But right now I am going to explain you the structure and structure. This is the modal verb as well, and this is can. That what is can, where we can use this word correctly and where we cannot. Okay, so can is an auxiliary verb or a modal verb, right? We can use to talk about possibility and ability, to make requests and ask for or give permissions. The structure of can is we can use subject, then can and then main verb. In the same way, while making a negative, what we can use is subject, then cannot and then the main verb. In the same way, while making interrogative, we just need to use first can, then subject and then main verb, right? Like I can play cricket. Negative is like he cannot play cricket, or the interrogative sentence is can you play cricket? The main verb is always a bare infinitive. Infinitive without to. Bare infinitive means, what is the meaning of bare infinitive? Means infinitive without to. Like can is an invariable. There is only one form can. Like there is not any second and third form. This is auxiliary verb and it has not any single. It has no form. It has only first form. The main verb is always the bare infinitive. The main verb is always the bare infinitive. Infinitive without to. We cannot say like I can to play tennis. We just can say I can play tennis, right? We cannot use to. What? We cannot use to before play. In the same way, usage of can, where we can use can for possibility and ability. We can use can to talk about what is possible and what we are able or free to do. She can drive a car. John can speak Spanish. I cannot hear you, or I can't hear you. While making a contraction of cannot, we can use can't. Can you hear me? Normally we use can for the present, but it is possible to use can when we make present decisions about future ability. Right? Did you get this point, that what is the meaning of this sentence? Like we can use can for the present, like can you hear me? I cannot hear me. I cannot hear you. John can speak Spanish. Like this is all about for the present situation, but it is possible to use can when we make present decision about the future ability. For example, can you help me with my homework? This is the present. Sorry, I am busy today, but I can help you tomorrow. So you can see over here that we can use can for the present and as well as for the future ability. This is a sentence for the present, like can you help me with my homework? This is the present ability and present situation. But sorry, I am busy today, but I can help you tomorrow. So this is the future ability. We can use can, remember, for the present situation and as well as for the future ability too. Where we can use can for possibility and ability. Exactly, right? Is it clear? So we can use can for request and for the orders as well. Like we often use can in a question to ask somebody to do something. This is not a real question. We do not really want to know if the person is able to do something. We want them to do it. The use of can in this way is informal, right? Means this is somewhat, it is informal. Like can you make a cup of coffee please? Or can you put the TV on? Can you come here a minute? Can you be quiet? We can also use can for permission. We sometimes use can to ask or give permission for something. Can I smoke in this room? You can't smoke here, but you can smoke in the garden. Note that we also use could, may, might for permission. The use of can for permission is informal. Like as we use here can, so this is somewhat informal. But we can also use could, may, and might for permission to make it a formal. Alright. So this is all about today, and this is the new structure of today. So if you understood this tense and if it is helpful for all of you, so please do let me know in the comment sections, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.